Have those gutter lights that no longer light up and you think it is broken, it is actually not. The discovery is that the switch, the on and off, is broken. So I will demonstrate to you how we can override that to ensure the lights are always on. Of course, we want to test the battery as well to make sure it is still charging. All right, let's get started. First, what you want to do is take one that is not working, flip it upside down. This is light sensitive, so the solar panel itself detects if they are light. If they are light, it won't turn on, but once it turns dark, it will actually turn on. So I will go ahead and show you the second one that is working, and it is still lighting up. So when I go ahead and flip it, you can see it is dark. No lights are entering it, so therefore the LED lights up. So the other one we know is not working at this point. You will need a small screwdriver, that is the Phillips, to remove the handle first. And again, try to stay a little organized with the screws and where they belong. I normally keep it together with the area that I removed, so the handle has the screw next to it. And on the side, the screws are actually smaller. So go ahead and remove that as well. And there are 4 of them. So starting from the top to the bottom, and of course removing the last one. The lid opens very easily. Just hold on to it gently. It is a little brittle, especially if it's been sitting out there for a while, so be a little gentle on the side. Now, once you open it, you can see there's a battery compartment. Okay, and there's the light, all the electric wire. There's nothing complex about it. What you want to do is actually remove the rubber switch that covers the switch itself first, and then the next one is you want to remove the battery holder. And the reason why you want to remove the battery holder is you want to make sure if the battery is working or not as well. If the battery is working, great, keep it there. You don't need to change it. But if the battery is not working, you may want to take another battery from another gutter light and maybe replace it because the other one has some other issue. So at the end, we're salvaging whatever we can to keep what is functional. Okay, so to remove the battery, as you can see before, I use a flathead screwdriver to kind of lift it up. Try not to use your fingernail, you can break it, and of course you can jam, it's a little hard to remove. All right, so let me put on another battery. And you can see the switch is still not working. You can see I turn it on and off, nothing's happening. We know that battery was working because I opened from a functional gutter light. So in this case, what you want to do now is remove the switch, take the screw off. At this point, you don't have to worry about that screw for the switch. You can put it aside next to it. But what we actually want to do now is after we remove it, we want to kind of snip it off. Okay, I'm a little bit ahead of the video, but once you remove the screw, as you can see, sometimes it is a little difficult to remove. It got a little rusty, but that's fine. The wires are still good, all intact. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and snip the 2 wires. And you can see when I snip, the light flash instantaneously because the metal of the snip actually allows the electricity to flow and attach both of them together. So we kind of get an idea it's already working. So go ahead and use a wire snipper to remove the endings of the wire. And then once you remove it, what you want to do is go ahead and connect them together to see if it is working. So you can see it light up. Again, this is the brand new battery that is functional from another solar light. You can remove that as well. The other way is the simpler way is you don't have to remove the battery. You can go ahead and cut it first, connect them, and maybe your battery just worked, which in this case, it did work, but I want to demonstrate the other version as well, just in case your battery doesn't work. So you can see the battery was working fine. And by the way, buying these batteries are very expensive. I checked online. It costs more than you buying a brand new one. So not even worth buying the battery. I went ahead, screwed them kind of use the wire, wrap them together, and now what you want to do is use the electric tape to hold it together so it doesn't fall apart again. So that way it actually protects the wire from oxidizing I haven't put a coating. It's a special coating that you could put on to prevent oxidation, but I didn't think it was necessary. I just used electric tape, seal it up. Okay, just cut the amount that you need. And you can see bend the wire a little bit so that way it doesn't stick up. And then just go ahead and wrap it and seal it. After you complete this step, go ahead and just tuck the wire right under the solar light. Okay, the next step is put in the rubber switch and at the same time put in the battery holder back on. Okay, once that is complete, go ahead and close the cover. You may have to hold the plastic rubber. You can see the switch having a little trouble. You want to kind of seal that hole just to make sure no water can go in, even though it's upside down. You just want to make sure no water can get into that area because it can damage the battery and other components as well. Right, so screw back the small screws on each of the corner. There's 4 of them, just remember. Again, the switch that is for the on and off, it is small, different size a little bit, so just recommend that you put that on the side, not use that one. Okay, don't over tighten the screw. As with everything, if you over tighten, you will crack the plastic and it'll damage the corners, so the seal won't be as good. Right, and then finally what you want to do is add the last one is the gutter holder. And what you want to do is put that last and make sure that you see the concave is actually W in, like a dip. Make sure you put in that position. If you find this information useful, you can save a whole bunch of light that is actually not broken. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.